Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Gracey D, your African diva. I hope you guys are doing well. So on today's episode, we're jumping in direct to the MTV Awards 2024, and you all know Tyla, you know, the Tigers. Yeah, Tyla, all the way from South Africa. She won the MTV Awards of Best Afro Beats 2024. And guys, you know who were not happy about this? Of course, the Black Americans were not at all happy about this. So let's see why they were not happy about this. Yeah guys, that you've seen, we clearly see why. Or if you haven't seen, stick around and you watch or see what made Black Americans very mad about this. She went on ahead and asked for help if they can help her hold her trophy. And after this was said and all that was done, things started circulating online and people were coming at Tyla and they called her entitled Uppity African. Yes, that's what they called her. This was, you know, after she went on ahead and asked for help. And I went on around and I was like, I want to dig so much on this. And guys, these are the screenshots of the comments that I've gotten from Twitter and Instagram that I want to read. Most of these from African American people. Yes. So first of all, let's start with the first that was on Twitter. And this is Cassie Crime. They posted, Black Americans are mad at Tyla because she's confident, outspoken, and light-skinned African. They only embrace successful African celebs who fit the stereotypical, dark, traditional, and humble character. And down there they have a photo of Lupita Nyong'o and these other African or Black American. I don't know if she's African American or Black American, because at this point I'm clearly confused. So another comment from 2022 Africa went on ahead and say, they're mad because Tyla is not submissive, quiet African girl. They expect Africans to act a certain type of a way. Tyla being free-spirited makes them uncomfortable. Wow. So this is actually after she started receiving this backlash, she went ahead and clapped back to the Black American people and updated her Twitter bio. And you know, you'll see the screenshot will be attached, entitled Uppity African, Tyla, the album out now. Yeah, so I had another comment here. Americans always expect every other culture to bow down to them, especially non-American Black people. Big American entitlement. Tyla is proudly African, and that's the real issue you have with her. She is not trying to be American or conform to an American way of thinking. And this one comment that really got my attention. But before we go to that, let me read this. Americans calling Tyla that little African girl, or Uppity African, little colored girl, is deeply rooted in racism and xenophobia. Yeah, so there's another comment. I don't think the world, Black Americans in quotes, were ready for an African pop star. And Tyla being colored with no improvised background, just a pretty girl from Africa. Just a pretty girl from Joburg with all the confidence arriving when there is massive gap in the market, proudly carrying her heritage is a mind. I won't repeat. Is a mind, F-U-C-K, yeah. So there's this one comment that really got my attention. And you see, I've been thinking a lot about this and I'm trying to get the comment for you guys. So this person came on after this was just up on the reply of people, and Amon Wings, this is Amon Wiggins from Twitter said, "Hey, I don't think I like Tyla's personality. I think someone needs to check her because she doesn't understand American culture at all. She almost gives off entitled or a pity African. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very off-putting, and it's almost like she expects people to just fall to her feet. The reason as to why this comment really got me, I mean, Tyla, she's South African, born and raised colored South African. How is she supposed to understand the American culture? Do you all American or Almond, do you understand the African culture? Leave alone the African culture because you don't seem to like Tyla's personality. Do you understand the South African culture from where she comes from? That is the question that I had. And they went on ahead, and the Shade Room, that I'm sure you all follow the Shade Room or you check up on the Shade Room. It gives us updates on everything that's happening, and they posted the bio on how Tyla with an update on her bio on X following the VMAs award. And guys, let me now read the comments now. This is where people were really coming at Tyla. She just don't know Americans. We'll cancel you real quick. And someone else went ahead. It's just something about her that I don't like. Oh my goodness. Someone else went on ahead and said she's a global artist. She will have a career. That is even after American decides to cancel her. And someone went on ahead replying to this person who said that America will gonna cancel her. It's like, you ain't got no damn power. And I'm like, okay. And another American went on ahead and said she don't need us. It's the overseas people that really support music anyway. She'll be fine. So another one went on ahead and said all skin folk ain't king folk. Some people are melanated, yet their soul ain't regulated. And somebody else went on ahead and said she thought she ate, now I really don't like you. Okay. Someone else went on ahead and said this only proves everybody's point that a lot of the stuff she's been doing is intentional, because ain't no way you thought Hailey was finna hold your damn award. Please, water girl. Somebody else went on ahead and said she finna cancel herself right on back cross. And I've been reading all these comments, and it's I just don't know what's happening. And somebody else went on ahead and said, oh, so you're mad she's swinging back, but you all the ones creating narratives attempting to Americanize her cultural background and defaming her character. Laughing my ass off, staying mad, love a pretty girl who causes an uproar from simply being herself. Shout out to my Africans. That's an African. Somebody else said, somebody tell her that this ain't gonna work out the way she thinks. Yeah, and this was replying to that African, and they were like, narrative, the footage of her rudeness has gone viral. We are supposed to be blind. Girl, bye. This ain't got nothing to do with being African. That woman don't even consider herself black, and I'm not referring to African American when I say black. Girl, bye. Yeah, they also went on ahead and said, I know this is the Shade Room, but this is shady. You know that the reason she changed her bio to that is because the random podcaster called her an Uppity African. Provide context and stop trying to make her fodder for hate. Yeah, guys, actually, the reason as to where she went on ahead and updated her profile bio on Twitter was because there was that podcast that called her a pretty entitled African, and this is why we can see all these started. This is how all this started. And someone else went ahead and said, black folk can't stand an apologetically hella confident person of color. It's hella weird, to be honest. Yes. And somebody else said she's done. Tem is loved by Black Americans because she's authentic and down to earth. This one hit one is a piece of work though. Yay, she got Americans pissed off. Americans, what's up? What's up? What's up? And somebody else also said, but also, did you all see Hale tried to hand her envelope and Water Girl waved her off? Oh god, I wish these people are just making videos so that we can have videos, but I'll make sure that I insert these screenshots for you, and you'll have to see it. I'm not making these things up. Somebody else went on ahead and said, I made a keen observation about her personality a while back, and the first thing that people called me was a hater. I read body language very well, and she has always given off a pity or the she think she's better than everybody vibe. She makes good music, but this industry has a way of humbling you. I hope she figures it out before people forget about her. And this one goes, everybody hates Tyla, but no one knows why. I guarantee you, ask any of the people in the comments why they don't like her. They struggle. Haters, bro. And somebody else went on ahead and said, I see absolutely nothing wrong with her asking them to hold the award for her while she makes her speech. Another one went on ahead and said, now, when you all heard that Tyla is not black, you all started hating her for no reason. And why is it that when Africans are allowed to certain spaces, should they be apologetic for their presence there? I don't see the issue. I think it's just jealous that she made one song that put her on the world stage and then had some other cute hits. But the Quetchy Pink and Booty Hole Brown is what you all prefer because you all break your acrylics for that one. Tyla has been the center of a lot of mean girl stunts this year. That's why people aren't fond of her. She needs a better team, more music, less diva antics. Ha 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 ha, this can't be what people are mad about. Laughing my ass off. Black Americans think they are the ones that put us on the map. Somebody else said, everybody go and follow her. Lol, she's not like us. I'm speaking for all Africans. I can't believe Americans, man. They act like how pumped color people treat them to Africans. God gave this opportunity to Tyla, not you all. Too early in the career to piss potential fans off. Laughing out loud, we haven't figured out if she could even go to the barbecue yet. Okay, I didn't get that one. And let me read the last comment. You all in this generation are just so insensitive. It's not even that deep. I don't get this overnight hate train. Like, she asked for help so she doesn't embarrass herself. Hell didn't help and Nax did. So what's the issue? Yeah, guys, so there's so many comments, and most of these comments were just hate comments. And somebody else told, this is another, let me read the last one. It's crazy how she stopped her assistant from following her and she knew she didn't like holding awards. That's what she paid her for, things like that. So because she treated like that at her home, don't mean nothing here. Yeah. But, everyone has their own opinion, and you can see these comments, most of them are full of hate. And Tyla had just made it known that she identifies herself as colored, and that is something common in South Africa. There are so many mixed races in South Africa, and they call themselves colored people, and I bet South Africans are okay with that. So those are the few comments that I thought I can read. And this last one is let me read the last one. I mean, she's from South Africa. Know what they say about them. If there was Nigeria, she would have probably did worse. they don't like nobody but themselves. So I would think it's very intentional on whatever she tried to do. She held it in one hand for some seconds. So how is it heavy? And just feel it was disrespectful. They are not your assistants to be holding an award for you. That's why nobody in the audience responded, and you can see the look on their faces when she asked them to hold it. Black Americans cannot cancel Tyla. You are the least amount of people that listen to her, and the world does not revolve around America, just so you all know. Before we go up, I want to share something with you guys. And there is this lady, that this is the only clip that I've seen of a Black American talking about this, and let's listen to it.
Tyla is an example of someone that will be unlikable to the insecure, the low self-esteem with a serious inferiority complex. Because why she gotta be an uppity African just because she doesn't move like a house girl? Because you can't convince me that this whole outrage is just because she playfully asked somebody to hold her award. It's interesting how some people can be like icon, real queen, mother to Chappelle Roan, but Tyla is the uppity African. Okay, I guess you know an artist has made it when they can't even give a coherent response to validate their dislike. It's just something about her. What is it? Her energy just seems a bit off. Just throwing words in the air, hoping somebody will catch it. And I'm not comparing or pitting these two artists against each other, but it's the same rhetoric people have for Beyonce in a bid to sound edgy or different. Anyways, here's to big uppity African Sha.
Yeah, that's her own opinion, and I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. But before we go on with this video, of course, I want to teach you something. I want to put something in your minds. I want this to stick in your mind forever, because it's actually very sad, and I can't believe at this specific time and era, this specific day, at this age, that we all still generalize Africa as a country. So there's been so much beef between African and Black Americans, and I don't even understand what this beef is about. And I've also seen where people travel to Africa. This is actually another episode that I work on, where they visit Africa continent, Africa in an African country. For example, they come to Kenya or they go to Tanzania and they have a bad experience, and when they go back, when they make videos, they are like, this is why I'm not visiting Africa again, and this is why I want to teach you these guys, because for most of you, they don't understand or they don't know that Africa is not actually a country, but the second biggest continent that we have in the world. So let's watch this.
Let's talk about Africa, the birthplace of humanity. There are 7 continents in the world, and Africa is one of them. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia, covering about 1/5 of the total land surface of Earth. Africa is bounded on the west by the Atlantic Ocean, on the north by the Mediterranean Sea, on the east by the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean, and on the south by the mingling waters of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Africa also contains an enormous wealth of mineral resources. There are 54 countries in Africa.
Yes, we have 54 countries in Africa, and Tyla, she's from South Africa, not the southern part of Africa, but South Africa is a country itself. There are 54 countries in Africa. So when you have someone do something that you don't like, or when you visit a country that you don't like, don't generalize it and say Africa. No, this is a whole continent. And apart from Black Americans hating on Tyla, there were also other people who had their own opinions, and I want us to watch these clips together and get to hear what they had to say.
Colored Excellence, Queen of Colored E at Tyla with a talk of the town last night, and it was so funny because she wasn't even a performer last night at the VMAs. When I first saw the whole Tyla trying to make Halle and Lona's Ice hold her award thing, I didn't really think that much into it, right? I do think it's a little bit weird, but allegedly she has like a history of like messing up awards, breaking awards or something like that, so I'm like, okay, I guess that kind of made sense. I don't really think she was trying to be this, oh, I'm the colored girl from Africa, I'm better than y'all, these Black Americans, you're gonna hold my award. I don't think it was like that. Maybe it was. I don't really think it was, though. Despite that, I really did enjoy her speech. I really did like how she talked about how there is an issue in regards to how these other markets are kind of categorizing African music, just putting it into the whole of Afrobeats, but it's not just that. I personally never really considered Tyla to be an Afrobeats girl. She always gave Amapiano to me, but again, like, I'm not new to the Amapiano streets like a lot of y'all are. The issue is whether you're black in Africa or outside of Africa, they have an issue with categorizing people. I don't think people know this. They categorize Water as an R&B song. That is the farthest thing from an R&B track. I was so confused when I saw that. Like, they did it to Doja, they did it to The Weeknd. It was like, okay. Beyonce's like, okay. Water is very much not even touching R&B. What? And the thing is, I consider Water to be more of like a pop Amapiano song. Why was it not nominated for any like pop category that I remember it? That is weird. The funniest moment from Tyla for me last night was when Megan and Yuki Chiba were performing Mamushi, and then it pans over to Tyla, and she's just like standing there. Like, the standing emoji. Like, please watch the video. It's so funny.
Hear me out, because Tyla is the quirky type. You know those girls that are pretty but weird? She is the type of girl that has benefited from her pretty privilege from the day that she was born, so she doesn't realize that she's using it. So I guess we have to cut her some slack. I'm not really sure what to do with her. I don't know. I'm just a girl. You make the decision.
Yeah, guys, so that's what's been trending since the MTV Awards. And actually, this shows you, apart from all the hating and everything else, the categorization of Afrobeats, and they went on ahead, and Tyla was one of the nominees. I feel like her team and her management would have corrected that before it got to this point. But then again, I'm happy that she called them on stage and rectified that, because this actually shows you how ignorant people are out there about Africa, and not only other people, but even big organizations. It's not that they don't know, but they're just ignorant about it. I mean, have you not had Fadli Ipupa? Have you not had Davido? And have you not heard Afrobeat is from Nigeria? This is music from Nigeria, and some parts of Ghana, they also do kind of Afrobeat. What Tyla does is quite way different from Afrobeat, and I don't even get to understand, even me who does not know much about music, how she got to fall under this category of Afrobeat. And then again, looking at it, the people that were on the same category with her, and how, I'm not hating on Tyla, I actually love her music so much, but I honestly don't think she is in a position to beat Burna Boy, Thames, and Ira when it comes to Afrobeats. But if it was on the category of Amapiano or Afropop or whatever they wanna call her music, because even her music is not fully Amapiano for those who that really listen to Amapiano. So I don't know what you guys think, and if you've watched to this point and you haven't yet given this video a like, kindly like the video, subscribe to my channel, and support your girl Gracey D, your African diva. And until the next episode, bye.